Hello everybody, Wesley here with MetaBrain.com. Today I wanted to address a question that I get quite often from those who I talk about investing with. And that question, I'm sure all of you have had at one point or may have now, is how do I fund my investment portfolio? Needing money to invest in the stock market is a given, and most of the time it requires quite a lot of capital. That's something that I find I have a problem with, is I find these stocks and I don't have the cash. And raising this cash or this capital can seem very daunting and sometimes impossible to meet. So in this video today, I'm going to share the ways that I save more money and how you can earn more money to save that towards your investing portfolio. But before I go into any of those ways, if you could scroll down to the comment section below and write down what you do to save your own money into your stock market account. I would be super interested in learning some ways that you do that, and I'm sure everyone else watching would find it very helpful as well. The first thing that you need to do, that you have heard a million times before, and I'm going to say it again, is you need to start saving at least 10% of your income every time you're paid. I am paid weekly, so I save 10% of my income every week. Now, why 10%? I honestly have no idea. 10% sounds like a good number. It doesn't sound too much, but it sounds like enough that you are saving enough into your account. If you can and want to save more, please go ahead. The reason I'm bringing this one up is that I feel like myself most of the time and other people I talk to have heard about saving 10% and they try to save 10%, but they never end up doing it. That's why I am bringing it up again, because I feel like constant reminders on something you should be doing is a great way to stay motivated in saving that 10%. If you can save more than 10%, please do. You will only be helping yourself in the future. Now, how you can save 10% is a whole nother question. I have thought of some ideas of ways you can save 10%. And one of them is save that 10% before you spend that money on anything else. So have that 10% as a priority when you get your paycheck. If that's once every other week or once a month, that needs to come out first, and then you can save for rent or groceries or gas or car or whatever that may be. Your 10% needs to come first. Now, if you really don't have that much money, then you need to start budgeting and saving in other ways. One of them is fast food. I'm sure most of us eat fast food probably once a week. I'm sure I do. I'm sure some of you do. And so what you can do is pick 1 or 2 days of your normal fast food schedule and don't eat out on those days. Don't go out to eat, and save that money instead into your investment account. So let's say you eat 3 days a week or even 1 or 2 days a week. Cut that down, maybe only eat once a week or once every other week. And you can save that money instead of buying your fast food and saving it into your investment account. I'm sure that's $10 to $20. If you eat once less a week, that's, I'm sure, $10 to $20 a week you could be saving. Over a year, that's a lot more money than you would have than if you weren't saving that money. The Richest Man in Babylon book put it really well. It says something along the lines of, gold comes gladly to the person, to the individual who saves 10% of his or her income and puts that into a profitable and gold earning cause, and that you will have a lot more gold or money in a sense. And I really enjoyed that section of the book, because the more you save, the more it can compound and the more dividends you can make from that money. Yes, this is a small and steady way to grow your account. This is how I started. This is still what I do until I start having more avenues of income. And for yourself, please start that right away. Today could be your start of the day. Put away $10, $100, 10%, 100% away into your account, and make that build that discipline into building that saving habit. I do want to talk about a few other ways. Now, these ways might be longer or may not work for everybody's schedule or everyone's commitments. But another one could be getting a second part-time job. Now this seems awful, but if you did get a part-time job, maybe even 10 to 20 hours a week, all of that money from that part-time job could help fund your business or your investing account. So this will not take away from your current income. You won't have to spend any less, but obviously it will take time. It does not sound fun at all, but if this works for you, then do that to start building your account. Another way could be starting a side hustle. Now I know everybody talks about this, everybody says this, and it is a lot harder than you may first think. But if you start a side hustle, it will take a upfront investment, most of them, of $1 figure or another to invest in that for it to start making, and it will take a lot of time and effort, but it can be a great way to build a second income stream, and that can be used to fund your investing account. Now this is exactly what I am doing. My main focus is to invest in the stock market and of course teach people how to invest in the stock market as I learn how to do that. But I also run this YouTube channel and my website and a few other things I eventually want to get into down the road, and I want to use these sources of income to be able to fund my my investing career and my investing goals. And that can be one way that you can build up a solid second income. As soon as Matherbrain and this YouTube channel gets big enough, then I can fund into my investing account. Once my investing account gets big enough, then they can all kind of grow themselves. Now this is a great way to have multiple sources of income, because if you didn't know, the more sources of income you have, of course the money you're going to have, but it's a lot easier to protect your wealth and to grow your wealth when you don't just rely on a single source of income. Now it will take time, it will take effort, but it is all worth it. As I said at the beginning of this video, if you have any ways that you like to save money or potentially earn more money, please leave that in the comments down below. I will appreciate, and I'm sure everyone else watching will surely appreciate that. I'm always looking for more ways to earn money on the side of my full-time job, or to save and budget more money. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to go down into the description and go to my website. That's www.matherbrain.com. I also have some ways to fund your business account on there. I have some articles about that. I also have a bunch of other investing and business related topics there. Make sure to follow me on my social medias. That's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I also have a newsletter that I need to be sending out once a week, which I don't do, but I'm going to start doing. Please follow me on all of those. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video.